someone please explain to me why almost nobody in the UK is talking about what happened on Christmas Day? Because whilst we were opening presents, the United States carried out airstrikes against ISIS-linked extremists in Nigeria. Extremists who have been slaughtering Christian communities, with over 7,000 murdered last year. And yet, silence from our media, no outrage about the genocide of Christians in Africa, no praise for Trump's actions that actually saved lives. I mean, this is the same Donald Trump who is constantly labelled as racist, dangerous and unfit. But when black Christians were being massacred, he was the one who stepped in. And it raises the question, is the lack of coverage from the media because this doesn't fit the image of Trump they want you to see? Now let's contrast America's response with our own government here in the UK. Keir Starmer, a man who built his entire public image on human rights, justice and moral leadership. Where's the statement? Where's the outrage? Where's the solidarity with persecuted Nigerian Christians? Because I've looked and it's barely a whisper. And it gets worse. The UK hasn't offered any military support, no targeted sanctions against the extremist networks responsible, not even an emergency envoy sent to the region to show symbolic solidarity. Nothing. And for a country that claims to champion human rights, and for a Commonwealth partner no less, the silence is deafening. But when it comes to certain other causes, Starmer is of course front and centre. Let's take the recent saga with Alaa Abd El Fattah, the Egyptian activist who has now been welcomed into the UK. This is someone who has publicly referred to white people as monkeys and dogs, and even said Downing Street should be burned down. Yet Starmer threw his full weight behind that campaign. So I have to ask the question, why is the UK government so vocal when the cause is fashionable, but silent when the victims are Christians? Why does a man who built his career on human rights activism suddenly lose his voice when the persecuted don't fit the narrative? Is it political calculation? Does he believe that the Muslim vote is essential to maintaining power, so he avoids anything that might upset that demographic? I'm not saying I know the answer, but the pattern is hard to ignore. And at the very least, we deserve honesty. We deserve consistency. And persecuted Christians, including black Christians in Nigeria, a country that is still part of our Commonwealth, they deserve more than silence. If the media won't talk about it, then we, the people, must. Because human rights don't stop being human rights just because the victims are Christian.